मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जहाँ छत्रपति शिवाजी महाराज और सम्राट अशोक जैसा राजा था। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जहाँ हर 50 मील के बाद रूप, पहनावा, मजहब बदल जाता था। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जहाँ हर डाल पर सोने की चिड़िया को पाया जाता था। मैं उस देश की नागरिक हूँ जिसे अपने भूगोल से पहले इस ब्रह्मांड का भूगोल समझ में आता था। A very connecting morning to respected principals, our teachers and my fellow friends. This is Sanskriti from class plus 2 Rose. Today I am standing in front of you to deliver my views on the topic spirituality and youth life changing or life controlling. Before sharing my views, I want you all to know about the meaning of the word spirituality. Spirituality in general refer to a connection between you and something that is higher than yourself. Moreover, it involves the search of meaning in life. Nowadays, the youth of today's generation is being attracted towards the Western countries' culture. It's very sad that the people of the other countries are adopting our culture and the youth of our nation is adopting theirs. This may be because the youth is unaware of the precious knowledge which is there in our mythological books. To support my statement, let me give you an example. There was an Indian natural philosopher whose name was Rishi Kanda, who in around 600 BCE stated 3 laws. His first law stated that change in motion is due to an impressive force. His second law states that change in motion is directly proportional to an impressive force in the direction of the force. His third law states that action and reaction are equal and opposite. Well, aren't these laws familiar? Yes, these are Newton's 3 laws of motion. But how these laws are so similar? The rest world knew that India is the home of knowledge and wealth. That is why India was attacked by many Western countries. Newton might have researched this knowledge from our mythological books, and what he did, he just scientifically proved these 3 laws which were given by Rishi Kanda. Sadly, all credit goes to Newton. See how knowledgeable our mythological books are. And I think that our mythological books may contain the knowledge about the invention which are not yet discovered by the rest world. But what is the benefit? The youth of today's generation do not want to read these mythological books. Even they do not want to follow their own culture. This may be because the youth is unaware of this all precious knowledge which is there in our mythological books. I think that if the youth would again start reading his mythological books myself Arushi, a student of class plus 2 Tillet, on behalf of Subhash House, and I am truly grateful to be again provided with the opportunity to stand before you and talk about one of the most riveting topic, that is spirituality. And with that, we will also converse whether it is a life-changing or a life-controlling phenomenon. My interpretation about spirituality is that it is definitely a life-changing phenomenon. Spirituality is a state when one feels eternal satisfaction from oneself. That means he or she accepts the life devoted by God without any complaints. There are so many speculations and myths about spirituality all around the world. People speculate that a person who is spiritual does not enjoy his or her life and has given up all the materialistic pleasures of his life, which is not true. Being spiritual does not mean that you have to be a monk. It simply means that you have to be satisfied with whatever you have and should not complain about what you don't have. With that, many people also anticipate that spirituality is a religious concept, which is not true. Spirituality has nothing to do with religious concepts and belief. If we think deeply about religion, it somewhere gives us riots and discrimination. But when we talk about spirituality, it only and only gives us peacefulness, calmness, and an environment full of serenity. In the stressful life of youngsters, when there is cutthroat competition all around the world, the youngsters are choosing the paths of spirituality. They are choosing these paths so as to connect to their inner soul, and they are trying to make a better world. And this is important if this is helping the youth, as the youth is the future of the world. But many stressful youngsters are unaware about these amazing paths. Instead of choosing these paths, what they are choosing? They are choosing suicides.
This needs to be understood by each one of us that suicide is not the escape from anything. It's simply the transfer of our griefs to someone who loves us so much. So instead of choosing these miserable paths, let's choose spirituality and learn to thank from it. Every time we see someone in a more miserable condition than us, let's say thanks for not being in that condition. Every time we see food in our plates, let's say thank for it. Every time we see clothes in our closets, let's say thank. If we have parents, if we have family and a house to live in, let's say thanks for everything that we have. This shows that spirituality provides us the opportunity to connect to our inner soul. So let's choose spirituality and take a chance to explore our thoughts and connect to our inner self. Thank you.
Here. Today I, Priyanshi Kaistha, a student of class +1 Tulip, is present here to represent the Shastri House. I am here to share my views on the topic spirituality and youth. Is it life-changing or life-controlling? Well, I believe that every single individual has their own viewpoint for a particular topic. And I believe that spirituality is not life-controlling but instead a life-changing phenomenon. But wait. The first and the foremost question that arises here is what exactly is spirituality? Well, according to me, there is no clear definition of it. Because it is not related to any known god or religion. Instead, it is related to one's soul and spirit, which is unique to every being. Now, from what I have observed, I have realized that there are many myths about spirituality. And the most common one is that spirituality is a religious concept. But it is not true. It is related to one's soul. Spirituality teaches us how to be kind, thankful and respectful to everyone, irrespective of their caste, religion or anything else.
Spirituality does not control our life, but it changes our life. It is a profound shift that encourages one to embrace personal growth, enhance their thoughts and exploring all over the world. Good morning to all of you present here. First of all, I would like to thank you all for letting me introduce myself. My name is Kanak Kashyap and I would like to spark light on a beautiful idea and a transformative idea of spirituality in young youth as life-changing or life-controlling. Spirituality, it is the science of spirit. It is not the body that will die, or it's not the mind that we cannot find, and it's not even the ego that says I. But spirituality, it's a young age process that teaches one a lot of things. First of all, spirituality was taught to Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra by Lord Krishna. It says that it is the way of living life happily and comfortably without harming the mental state of any person. Spirituality is not for the dead or dying, but it's for those who are alive and want to be alive in all the dimensions. And contrary to this misconception that the young youth, often referred to as Gen Z, is forsaking their belief in spirituality. But according to recent research, the young youth is seen to have establishing new bonds with spirituality in a new way. According to the study of 10,000 Gen Z individuals, 68% consider themselves as religious, whereas 77% consider themselves as spiritual. The modern generation used to define spirituality in a very modern way, that it is a way of living life happily in an autonomous way and helping in all practices. Earlier millennials used to believe in spirituality because of parental pressure, but this would be the first generation in modern India who is believing in spirituality willingly by themselves. The slide has been seen sparking out after the pandemic in a way more better way. According to Sigmund Freud's theory, ego and superego is the thing that shapes spirituality in today's generation. It's a psychological element which teaches one a lot of things. We see that everybody is distracted today. Everybody is concerned about good values and good virtues and thinking about a lot of things, having depression, anxiety, jealousy and way more things which are destroying them. But the one way to live happily is spirituality. In conclusion, we must live the life of spirituality to be happy in our lives. I would like to conclude my speech with a beautiful quote, We are not the human beings having the experience of spirituality. We are not the human beings having experience of spirituality. But we are the spiritual beings having experience of humanity. Thank you.